All right, so we're going to begin with this video first, and then when she's done, we're going to dive deeper into it.
How to become the man that women obsess over and respect. I'm sorry ladies, this video is not for you. I'm talking to my boys now. So first of all, in order for attraction to occur, there needs to be polarity between the feminine energy and the masculine energy. Without this polarity, attraction cannot occur. A feminine woman's attraction is triggered by a man's status and his attitude of power. This power can be physical, intellectual, financial, or emotional. A woman's attraction is directed towards the alpha male because her primal instincts tell her that that's where her cubs have the biggest chance of survival. So this is the way that men manage to seduce women in the beginning. They wear this mask of power and masculinity, and she falls for it, especially if she doesn't have a lot of experience. But in 90% of the cases, men are not as powerful as they show in the beginning. This happens when men have been raised with many rules and little freedom, and they didn't have the right context to strengthen their inner power. A woman's attraction disappears when she stops seeing him as the alpha, when he stops trying to be the best in a certain group or a certain area. And when he stops trying to be the alpha, his masculine energy diminishes, and that's when he becomes frustrated, which can turn into depression or anger issues. So what you need to do as a man is have a dream or a goal that you aim towards, and you need to go in that direction. In the past, tribes used to have rituals through which boys became men by overcoming their fear of death. Develop your masculine energy by putting yourself in uncomfortable and difficult situations and by doing the things that you're most afraid to do.
All right, so now let's dive deeper into it. Let's begin.
Just this advice projects high value. Just this advice makes you look like someone who has self-worth, who believes in themselves, who has self-esteem, who's worthy of being chased. Anytime you're sensing any coldness, any mixed signals from people, leave them alone. Leaving them alone will reveal to you how they feel. But whenever you don't leave them alone, the thing what's going on is that deep down, you know this person might not like you. But the reason why you don't leave them alone is because a part of you resents that they're not being direct with you. But then a part of you hopes that they actually want you back. So this conflicting emotion causes you to become more aggressive, causes you to chase more. And it creates deeper thoughts of insecurity inside of you. Because whenever you chase without certainty, whenever you chase without knowing whether or not it's going to be reciprocated, continually doing this creates a certain level of resentment for them, a certain level of low self-esteem for yourself. And even if you get them, a part of you will want to get even. The rule should be very simple. Only pursue those who are making it obvious that they want you back. Only pursue those who give the same energy that you're giving. Only pursue those who remove doubt whether or not they want you. It has always been consistently throughout dating and in your life and in my life that every relationship that worked out long term had an air of certainty from the beginning. You knew they liked you. You knew they wanted you. They were obvious. They were like a freaking tiger in the middle of New York City. You stand out. But whenever you end up in relationships where you leave dissatisfied, or it never works out, or it kind of went halfway but never fully the way, and you end up feeling a little bitter, resentful, hurt with the battle scars that you had to take, those relationships almost never works out. Sometimes it does, but come on, let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real. The problem is that whenever you get those half-hearted people that makes you chase, but you chasing with uncertainty, those people are always leave clues about how they feel. They always leave clues, and they always present themselves as with an air of mixed messages consistently. It's always mixed messages, man. Like you guys cannot fall for the illusion of hope that your ego gives you, that your low self-esteem gives you. We're not here to hope, man. We're here to see. If you're not making it obvious that you want me, I'm not gonna taste. It's just how that works. Like you'll have, for example, me as a guy, you'll have a girl who will add you, who will be friendly with you, who seem really interested. This truly happens. But then when you ask them out, they don't respond to the message, right? So it's kind of like this happens in many ways, in many different forms, not just the way that I'm describing to you. And the sensation that people feel is a certain bitterness and resentment, because it's kind of like, why can't you just be straight out? And what you notice is that if you continue trying to make that work, you get more angry, you get more bitter, and your self-esteem lowers every time you try. Yeah, they may be beautiful, they may have something to offer, they may be this, they may be that. But, dude, we only have a certain amount of energy, a certain amount of levels of self-esteem. Wasting it on pursuing people who don't go out of their way to let you know that they want you to, where it's not just you making these goddamn confessions. Going after those who only make it obvious, they say, hey, I like you, will make your life so much easier. Yes, there'll be situations where you want to go after this person, but what you'll notice is that people make themselves obvious, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. People make themselves obvious. But when you don't match that energy, you look desperate. You look pathetic. People will talk about you. Word gets around that you don't know how to take a hint. In my experience, man, I still make that mistake. Don't get me wrong, right? I still make that mistake. Like, I don't fall for it as much as before, but I still kind of make that mistake, because you know what happens is that, especially if the girl is like exceptionally beautiful, my brain will say it's worth the risk. It's worth the self-esteem hit. It's true, right? But man, like sometimes it does work. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The hits you take to your self-esteem to get to the point where it works every once in a while, it's not worth it. It's just, for example, it's like guys who do game, right? You know, guys who go to bars and meet women, and they only specialize in meeting women. When I was younger, I took that route, to be honest with you. Personally, I think back at it, I can't take that back, because it made me who I am today, and it really did give me a lot of knowledge of human nature that I would have never have learned anywhere. And it's the basis of the channel, to be honest with you. But one of the things that you end up doing a lot that it's really not good for you is that you end up chasing people who don't like you but don't tell you. And so it'll take you a few self-esteem hits to figure out that this person doesn't want you back. And this happens over dozens and dozens of time in a short amount of time, right? Because you're meeting a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, you are meeting people who like you back. And that is true, right? Like, I've met a lot of great women that way. But to get to that girl that likes you, you got to go through a labyrinth of bullshit, rejection, and passive aggression. And this leaves scars. You get rejected so often, and you deal with half-hearted people so often, that you begin to project that on yourself. And you begin to believe that maybe you're not as attractive as you think you are. Maybe you're not as worthy of this person. You start to feel more like an outsider because you're consistently knocking on the door trying to be let in, when in reality, only look for doors that are open. Only look for people who are giving you that welcoming vibe. If they're giving you any air of uncertainty, you can sense it, because it makes you feel insecure. So it's almost like gravitate towards feelings. Gravitate towards people who make you feel secure, and don't gravitate towards people who make you feel insecure.
Now, if you guys enjoy this type of content, check out my course, Dark Game, or like I like to call it now, the Complete Man. It's a course that I created for guys who have no idea how to get women in their lives. As you guys can see, I have attracted a life that brings women into my life. I do a lot of social events, art events, meditation events, and I don't do that to get women. But what I notice is that it gets women into your life, right? And in this course, I teach you guys how to do this. I teach you. So that means even if you're friend zone, if you're the type of person that lacks assertiveness, if you were raised by a single mom and you didn't know how to get women, well, this is the course for you. It teaches you how to overcome approach anxiety, how to take action. Because a lot of the times you watch these videos and you don't know how to take action, how to break patterns, how to build social circle, a pickup artistry course, right? Understanding your dark side, a bunch of things that helps a guy improve their dating life, right? Where we talk about how to find your purpose, female nature, the mindset game, the outer game, right? How to get her number, how to damage control, how to create competition, first date, using vulnerability, online games, social circle game, how to get threesomes. I mean, the whole shebang bang, right? And the beauty about this course is that there's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you could just let me know and get a refund. There's the basic course, which is $99, and then there is the one with the bonuses, like that I just read to you. So just look through the sales letter, and there's actually some free clips that you guys can watch, right? I think so, right? No, there isn't, but yeah, just look at it. Let me know if you what you guys think of it. You just give it a try. If you don't like it, I will give you your money back. I've always given people refunds. So yeah, man. Hopefully, I can see you guys inside, and let's get back to the video.